Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here on True Confessions, Naija. The confession you're about to listen to comes from a message we received from one of our sisters, and the message reads like this. Good day, Uncle Ori. Good day, everyone. I want to thank you for listening to me today because what I'm about to share is my deepest wound, my heaviest regrets, and my greatest warning to every woman listening. I want to stay anonymous. Just call me a Nigerian woman who learned the hardest way. I used to be so full of hope, so full of dreams. I always believed love could fix everything. But sometimes love, or what we think is love, can destroy us. I lost my only daughter, my princess, because of a man. A Ghanaian man who came into my life like a blessing, but left like a curse. When I first saw him, he was nothing special. He stayed in our streets, skinny, poor, hungry, working construction. Honestly, I never even gave him a second look. My mom used to pity him. She would say, "This one would die here in Nigeria. They are eating his little money. How will he even go back home?" And she was right. There was a girl in the next street who was milking him dry. He was struggling. He looked like a man with no future. But life has a strange way of connecting people. One day, I bought what I thought was a Nokia phone in town, only to discover it was fake. When I couldn't install WhatsApp, people told me, "Go to that Ghanaian guy. He's good with phones." So I went. He helped me, and for the first time, we talked. He was soft-spoken, respectful, and surprisingly smart. Slowly, we became friends. He would give me airtime, help me when I was stuck, and before long, he confessed he loved me. But I told him no. I didn't see him that way. I even tried to link him up with my friend because I knew she would never say no if there was money involved. And yes, they dated for a while until he vanished back to Ghana. For years, I never heard from him, but on Facebook, I saw his transformation. At first, his pictures were the same as before, struggling, broke, nothing impressive. Then suddenly, everything changed. He was in China. He was on vacations. He was wearing designer clothes. He was traveling Europe. He had followers. Women were commenting heart emojis, and I felt jealous, but also curious. So one day, I just commented "nice" on one of his pictures. He immediately jumped into my inbox. "Wow, how are you? You're still alive?" That was how it began again. We started talking, and just like that, he was back in my life. This time, he was rich, confident, and powerful. He asked for my number. We started talking on WhatsApp, and when he told me he was flying through Nigeria, he insisted we meet. When he came, everything felt like a dream. We stayed in a 5-star hotel. He spoiled me. He brought me an iPhone from Europe. He told me, "Now that you have me, I'll take care of you." And me? I was a single mother, struggling financially, broken inside. His words felt like healing. But very quickly, his questions turned to my daughter. He wanted to see her pictures. He wanted to know her. I felt uncomfortable, but I told myself he was just trying to be a father figure. I didn't know that was the beginning of the trap. One day he told me, "If you want real money, you must give me a child by me." At first, I laughed it off, but he was serious. For months, he pressured me. "Honey, if you don't give me a child, I'll find another woman who will." He promised me cars, marriage, riches, and I was desperate. So when he suggested we visit a traditional healer in Ghana, I agreed. We flew on a private jet to his village. I thought it was love. I thought it was my blessing. But what I saw there was nothing close to love. The healer told me I had to open my womb, that to get wealth and children, I must perform rituals. They gave me a doll. They put me inside a coffin. They told me to call my daughter's name 3 times. My only daughter, my princess, my everything. I was terrified, but he held my hand and whispered, "Trust me, baby, this is for us." And so, blinded by love and greed, I called my daughter's name while lying in that coffin. That night, they gave me money. We returned to Nigeria. He promised marriage. He promised everything. But then he disappeared. After he left, strange things began happening to my daughter. She would bleed at night out of nowhere. She would cry in pain. She kept saying, "Mommy, I see Farai. I see him there." I told her, "No, baby, he's not there. He's not around." But she kept insisting. One night, she screamed so loud that we all ran to our room. And there, she was lifeless. My princess was gone. I died that night too. I was left with money in my hands, but an empty house, an empty womb, and an empty heart. I tried to move on. I even tried to conceive again. But no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, it never happened. I am now 32, still childless, still broken, still living with the weight of that coffin night. I gave in to greed. I gave in to a man who promised me the world, and in return, I lost the only treasure God had given me, my precious daughter. I'm sharing this not for my sympathy, but as a warning. Ladies, please listen to me. Do not let money blind you. Do not let a man trick you with promises of wealth. You don't know what he's truly after. Foreign or local, poor or rich, it doesn't matter. Evil hides in smiles, and I learnt it the hardest way. My daughter's voice still echoes in my ears. I see Farai. I pray no other woman goes through what I went through. That is my confession. Thank you for listening. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sisters. Let us try to talk to her in the comment section. Please share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you also have a confession, don't hesitate to contact us via email in the description below. Things they really happen for this our world. Now wow.